Hi, welcome back to Sports Kathi. I'm Vaishak here, and with me is Rohit.
Hi everyone.
So we actually wanted to do a fans view review for Manchester United Arsenal match, and we have actually done it in Malayalam, but we actually also wanted to do it in English because Rohit feels he's more comfortable with English and he wants to convey a bit more about what Manchester United actually did in yesterday. So let's get to Rohit. Let's not waste the time. What's the review for the match?
Yes, the Manchester United Arsenal match was, at one time considered to be a title decider. But these times it is more to see who can finish in the Champions League spot. So, anyways, in today's match, the team lineup is as follows, as shown here. So, as you can see, Manchester United went with a 4-4-2 formation. It's what you call a diamond formation, but on the screen you might not think it's a diamond formation, but it's more of a diamond formation which United actually played in the match. This was the same formation which United deployed during the Champions League match against Leipzig. And in that match, the only difference was that Martial and Van der Beek started in place of Greenwood and Pogba. That's the only difference in this, and that's basically because Martial is undergoing suspension now. So that's one of the reasons why Martial did not start. And coming to Arsenal, Arsenal team is actually very different from what they played in the midweek against in the Europa League against Dundalk. They have actually 10 changes from that team. They've actually started. The only player who start both the matches is El Neni. Anyways, in this match, they've actually started with the formation 3-4-3. But when I say 3-4-3, you have to understand that it's a more fluid system than just a 3-4-3 on paper. It's actually a 5-2-3 when you defend. Like the two wing backs, that is Saka and Bellerin, becomes defenders as they defend, and when they attack, they become more 3-4-3. So that's what they were having the formation when they came to the match. Now coming to the match itself, the match started off with Arsenal keeping the ball and moving the ball into the United area. Arsenal looked fluid in the passing, whereas United passes were slightly off. Arsenal went on to win 2 corners in the first 10 minutes itself. But again, with no real goal threat, but they won two corners. They crossed the ball, but it was defended well by the United players. The first real chance came in the 15th minute when Bellerin, he fished a cross into the into the penalty box, but Aubameyang was not able to reach on the end of it. Actually, he missed it by a few inches, and if he had connected, it would have been a goal. So that was the first clear chance, the first good chance for Arsenal. In the 21st minute, actually, United had their own chance. It was slightly a counter. United countered with Rashford, and his ball from the right hand side of the pitch to the Greenwood on the left hand side was a very beautiful ball. And that ball, Greenwood took a first touch and shot on target. And the on target shot was saved by Leno. It was coming from a very narrow angle, so it was a safe save. I would say it's easy save to make, but it was well done by Leno, and so that was the first shot on target in the match itself. So that was what happened the first 21 minutes. After that, the match kind of slowed down. Actually, the match became slightly edgy, I would say. It became physical, and you could see actually the result of that was 3 yellow cards were shown in the next 5 minutes itself. Fred got a yellow card in the United side, whereas Gabriel and Holding, the defenders, the centre backs, got yellow cards from Arsenal side. So, and the match was kind of becoming more physical, I would say, in the center of the park. There were no real chances that happened till the 37th minute when Aubameyang, who was inside the penalty box, laid off a ball to Lacazette. And Lacazette actually could have shot on target, but as the ball was reaching Lacazette, there was a small deflection from Lindelof, and that took the ball away from Lacazette. Lacazette just swung at thin air. So he missed the shot completely because of a small deflection or good defending from Lindelof. So that's what the other important point that happened during the first half. There was one other chance to talk about in the first half. That was again because of Bellerin. So Bellerin from the right wing got into the right wing, played a cross into the D. This time an air ball cross into the D. And Saka headed the ball, but the header went off target. It went above the goalpost. So this was the last chance of the first half. And to be fair, the first half was actually dominated by Arsenal in short. And that was very clearly seen by the possession stats, which is slightly better for Arsenal and the chances they created, as I explained. In the second half, United came with, I would say, more intensity, and at the same time, they also tweaked their formation a bit. They went into a more of a 4-2-3-1 formation, and United went on the attack first itself, and that is shown because the first 3 minutes itself they won two corners, and one of them was because United went attacking. Bruno Fernandes got a shot, and that was resulted in a corner. So there were some chances, and there was something that's created by United. They were in the more forward position in the second half, but there was a good chance for Arsenal in the 52nd minute when Lacazette, Lacazette actually ran around Lindelof, spun around Lindelof, and passed the ball to Aubameyang, who was inside the penalty box. But Aubameyang's shot, which should have been on target, went off target. It was not the best shot, I would say, of Aubameyang, given his quality, what he possesses. It should have been a goal, but he shot it off target. That was, I would say, one of the very good chances that was presented to Arsenal in the second half. And then the match again slightly died off. United were in possession, but there were really no clear-cut chances to talk about. In the 62nd minute, United substituted Matic for United brought in Matic for Fred. Then the most important moment of the match happened. In the 68th minute, Paul Pogba, who was already having a very poor game, made it worse for himself and for Manchester United, because he fouled Bellerin inside the penalty box and conceded a penalty. A very poor tackle and an irresponsible tackle, I would say. And Aubameyang, from the resulting penalty, scored the penalty wonderfully. He hit the bottom corner or the corner of the net, and De Gea, who unfortunately jumped on the opposite side, could not save the ball. Even if he had jumped on the right side, he would not have saved. That shot from Aubameyang penalty was pinpoint precision taken. And that was the most critical point of the match. And Arsenal take 1-0 lead. And United players were starting to get tired. You could see that in the match. They were starting to get tired. And because of which United went to two substitutions. Bruno Fernandes and Greenwood were substituted by Van der Beek and Cavani. It was actually surprising to see Bruno substituted over Pogba. But then, it has to do with more of Bruno starting all the matches in the previous matches. He has been starting, so he required some rest, and you could see him getting exhausted. So that was the reason. Arsenal made their own substitution. They brought in Kathi for Lacazette. Kathi is someone who scored in the midweek, so he's an in-form player. And he also brings in some pace for the counter-attacks, which Arsenal was planning to do. But to be fair, there was nothing much that actually happened to Arsenal in the second half after the goal. United kept possession for most of the part after the goal without any real clear-cut chances to talk about. The best chance of the match for United came in the 85th minute when Van der Beek got the ball on the right-hand side of the pitch inside the penalty box. Very tough angle, but Van der Beek had a powerful shot, and the shot hit El Neni, and then it deflected onto Leno's face and then hit the goal post, and it came back onto the pitch. It was a very unfortunate moment for United, but it was a fortunate moment for Arsenal, and I think it was a well-deserved fortune for Arsenal, because given that they actually played the better football through the match, they deserved that luck. So that was something which they received, and so that meant that Arsenal kept their 1-0 lead intact. And other than that, Arsenal immediately went for defensive substitutions. They brought in Maitland-Niles and Mustafi for Willian and Aubameyang, and they decided to sit back. United tried their best, but I would say they were lacking in creativity, and their best chances were looking like crosses into the penalty box. And even those crosses were of really no much quality or no much threat. And other than few corners which United won, really they did not pose any big threat or made Leno work much. So in the end, Arsenal managed to keep United away, and they came out with a 1-0 win. So that was, I would say, a deserving result for Arsenal. And from a Premier League table point of view, a very significant result for them, because they have now moved into the 8th position in the Premier League table, whereas United is still in the 15th position. So not the best result for United as a Manchester United fan, but a very important and significant result for Arsenal. And just to talk about significance a bit, this is the first away win for Arsenal against the top 6 team in the last 6 years. That shows how historically significant this win is. And I believe this can motivate them to play better and go up the league table in the coming matches. And not just that, this is their first win against United at Old Trafford since 2006. So that shows that this ground has been a haunting ground for Arsenal, and they've actually broken the curse. So it's big win for Arsenal and Arteta, and all credits to them. They played the better football. It's been a scrappy match, I would say, not a high quality match, but they were the better team, even though relatively. So, and they deserved the victory. So, and as a United fan, as I mentioned, it hurts to say, but Arsenal were the relatively better team. Anyways, that's it from my side for here. Thank you.
Yeah, I certainly don't have much to add over here because I actually couldn't watch the match because it's not broadcasted in United States on television, and so I couldn't see the match. So I don't have much to add. But as I saw even the XG, I checked it's 1.09 to 0.38 for Manchester United. So if you take the penalty off, it's 0.23 for Arsenal and 0.38 for Manchester United, which sounds to be like a nil-nil match. Yeah, so let's conclude here. Please have it, say in your comment box what should be the next match we should review. But I have to say that we might be busy this week, and we might not be able to do this week. Might be taking it off. Maybe it's possible if one of the matches in the weekend is reviewed, but surely not in the midweek. So do like our video if you like the content. Do share it with your friends. Do certainly comment if you are Manchester United and Arsenal fans. This being a short review, there might be many things that we could have missed. So please say that in the comment box. And do subscribe to our channel if you like more content like this. So that's all from us right now. Until next time, stay safe.